Palm Coast woman now charged for murder for the death of her newborn. I'm News 5's Alex Cook. The Flagler County Sheriff said that detectives believed from the start that this newborn infant's death was a murder, but they needed this month-long investigation to gather the evidence to prove it. Now, Ann Dimagillo is charged with first-degree premeditated murder.
The sheriff says digital evidence helped investigators build that case. Detectives subpoenaed Dimagillo's phone and computer, and according to Sheriff Rick Staley, found searches that contradicted her claim she did not know she was pregnant.
We believed all along that this was a murder case, not just aggravated manslaughter. We just had to be able to prove in the case and disprove some of the mother's statements.
Staley says that evidence helped prosecutors present the case to a grand jury who returned a true bill of first-degree murder. Dimagillo now also faces charges of aggravated child abuse and failing to report a death for pursuing evidence.
It became very apparent that she did know she was pregnant, that she did not want to be pregnant, and was trying to figure out how to dispose of the fetus before birth or starve it, and then what to do afterward.
Staley also said this death did not have to happen. Under Florida's safe haven law, a newborn can be surrendered at a hospital, fire station, or EMS station. No such as that.
My 50 years being sworn out in the state of Florida, this is probably one of the most tragic cases I've ever been involved in.
Dimagillo turned herself in on Monday and is now being held without bond. Her arraignment is scheduled for Tuesday morning in Flagler County. We will have a crew in that courtroom. In the newsroom, Alex Cook, News 6.
Welcome back. We continue to follow this story out of California, a massive warehouse fire. And this is one of the live looks that we are getting in here this morning. Now, before the commercial break, we shared with you just some comments here from one of our reporters in Fox, LA, on the scene as they were speaking to a
Simon,
there.
come on, man. That's food, dude.
Very brief, but I wanted to share this here with you. If you are just joining us, suspected arson sparking this massive fire at an Ontario warehouse. That's about 45 minutes east of Los Angeles. Let's share those comments here with you from our Fox 11 LA team.
Updates more from the deputy chief as well, and keep you posted more throughout the morning on this massive fire right here in Ontario.
This fire believed to have started inside this warehouse, and it was spotted by employees. And what was done to evacuate the employees? Because it looks like this fire had spread pretty quickly.
You know, I believe that fire did start inside the warehouse as well, but in terms of who reported it first, that's still being looked at, I believe, correct?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
Was fire first reported by an employee, or do we know is this residents nearby?
Sure. The Ontario Fire Department received multiple calls reporting the structure fire. The building was occupied at the time of the fire. So there was approximately 20 employees who were here on site, and several of them were calling 911 reporting the fire. In addition to the fire alarm, was activated, and so again, we were notified by the fire alarm company who's monitoring it, so we received multiple calls for service.
And initially there was a report of someone missing, I believe, but that ended up not being the case. Everyone was accounted for.
That is correct. Yeah, so originally because the building was occupied and there was 20 employees here, they did an evacuation as you would expect. And the original report from them upon our crews arriving is there was one employee who was missing. That employee was located very quickly, and there are no reports of any injuries to civilians or firefighters.
Deputy Chief, thank you so much again. One person right now in custody. Again, no public safety threat, but they are warning residents, of course, and advising. Correct. I know earlier he told me, Deputy Chief, that the sprinkler system was working at a time, but clearly you guys are still out here. I'm guessing there's just been an extra need to really put this fire out.
Yes, so We believe the fire sprinkler system was working at the time. That was the original belief by the first responding firefighters who were on scene. Again, those fire sprinkler systems can only do so much, and the large volume of fire.
And once again, thank you to our Fox 11 Los Angeles team as you are taking a live look there from our chopper at the scene this
It's a
morning
fucking
as
logistics
crews are
warehouse.
working to put out this massive fire. I believe this is going to zoom back out here for us.
There's a
in moment
bunch
to
of
really just
tractor
see the
trailers
scale
outside of
how
it.
large this really is.
Holy
A
shit!
lot of preliminary details
Dude.
this morning, but we did just want to share with you what our look.
Look at this shit.
A lot of preliminary details here this morning, but we did just want to share with you what our Fox 11 LA team does know at this moment. We also have just another vantage point coming in here that I wanted to bring to you before we transition to some other news.
That's
here
a
this morning.
warehouse where they
We will
take.
continue to monitor these feeds here for you on Live Now from Fox. Working to see
They
if we
take
can
boxes
get
out of one truck and
additional
put them into
information, but
another
that's
truck.
the
I've
latest
worked in
there
one of
from
those
officials
before.
on the
It's called a
ground
logistics
as of right
center.
now.
I worked in the Target Logistics Center back in the day for a little while. It was horrible. They were almost everybody that worked there was bilingual, or they didn't speak English. They didn't even speak in English on the intercom system to let us know like information about our work and shit. I would have to ask the Spanish-speaking employees what the hell they just said over the intercom. Dude, this was over 2 decades ago. It was already like this out here. Crazy. Or no, it was no, not over. It was number 2. It was 2009 actually. So almost.
It's almost time for drivers to start their engines.
51st Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach will take center stage next weekend. Kate Taylor, Danny Rose Ramos getting a head start in Long Beach. Danny Rose, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning to you both. Yeah, we are getting a sneak peek of this event that starts not this weekend, but next weekend on April 17th. I'm here with the one and only Colin Braun. So grateful to you for joining us this morning. Okay, so you have won this race multiple times. How many?
I think I've won this race 3 times. So yeah, looking forward to coming back and trying to do it again.
And you're going to be driving it again in 2 weekends' time. You're going to be driving a car just like this one.
Yep, I'm going to be driving this exact style of car. It's an Acura that is engineered by HRC here in Southern California.
It looks like a spaceship. Honestly, I don't understand. Like, how do you even fit? You're a tiny guy. You're a tiny guy.
It is tight. It is small in there. You got to.
It was that. Oh my god, that's a little. Just a little down. Shut up, lady. Idiot. Wait a. What are you doing, lady? You're a tiny man. I'm a ditzy reporter. You wanna fuck later? Oh, good. California lottery accidentally releases jackpot winner's address.
This was last November and is reviewing protocol to make sure that it does not happen again.
Yo, I bet he gets more than he was gonna get. He won the lottery twice. I mean, to be fair though, it's gonna be pretty ridiculous price to move now. So he's not gonna move anyway though. I mean, like, he wins $12 million and it stays in the same place. Maybe. Good. Hey, buddy. What are you weighing today? The fucking hell isn't working out here. Alright. Looks like it's gonna finally. Fuck. Man, goddamn, I don't feel like buying another fucking cell, bro. I'm so fucking tired of spending money on cat-related shit. Do with what we got. God, you're 9:30, son. You gotta put more fucking shit on your ear, dude. You're not eating enough food, dude. Fuck. Good here. wipe it fucking off. Fuck, I don't know. God damn it, I don't fucking know anymore, dude, what I'm doing. Fuck. Why can't you just eat? Why can't you just fucking eat, dude? This fucking life, man. I hate it, dude. Hey guys. You could eat more than 3 bites each time. That would be a miracle if you could just eat. Man, that would be a miracle.
The USDA is warning dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets sold at Walmart. Officials say some great value brand packages could contain lead. The affected products have a product date of February 10th and a best buy date of February 10th, 2027. The 29-ounce bags were shipped to stores nationwide. While they are no longer on store shelves, the USDA says they may still be in home freezers. Consumers are urged not to eat them, especially since lead can be harmful to pregnant women and young children.
Dude, that's from 4 days ago. It's the first I've heard of it. And it's Texas news. It says Texans warned not Texans warned not to eat great value dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets from Walmart. That's the title. It said that it was delivered nationwide though. Weird. ICE arrests newlywed wife of Army soldier.
U.S. immigration officials
That's
have
hilarious, actually. Come on, Simon.
Wife of a U.S. soldier. He is now speaking out as federal officials explain why his wife should be deported. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the details. Olivia, good morning.
Sophie, good morning. 22-year-old Annie Ramos was arrested last week, just days after she married Matthew Blank, a soldier in Louisiana who's preparing for his possible third deployment overseas. Ramos is a biochemistry student with no criminal history, but officials say she's subject to a deportation order issued back in 2005 when she was a baby arriving from Honduras. She and Blank began the process of obtaining permanent residency, but Ramos was detained last week at her husband's military base when she was unable to show a visa or a green card. The Homeland Security Department saying the administration is not going to ignore the rule of law. She illegally crossed the southern border and entered the U.S. in February 2005. After she failed to show up for her immigration hearing, she was issued a final order of removal. Now Matthew Blank is dying to fight for his wife's freedom. She's currently being held at an ICE facility in Louisiana.
Bye-bye. The fuck is a service member doing fucking marrying an illegal immigrant anyway? What the fuck is going on, man? She was on base? He was bringing an illegal immigrant on base? That's a little interesting. Should that be allowed? Should that be fucking allowed? Should service members be allowed to bring illegal immigrants on base? The fuck? I don't get it. I mean, you should at least have to be like legally in our country to get on a military base, right? I wonder if that was her first time trying to get on the base, and that's when they found her, or if like no, because they don't normally ID everybody that comes on base. I bet they are now because of Iran, though. They're probably threat conditioned. That they increase the threat condition. Higher threat condition means they do more checks at the gate whenever you come on base. I bet that's what happened. They increased the threat condition, and they found her ass. She was used to going on base, I bet, without no problems, because threat condition was low. They only checked the driver's ID. Yo, busted, baby. Where she's from? I don't know, Latina. So, Honduras, I think is what it said, though. Oh, and look, the fucking people in the chat are, of course, they all got her back. Her immigration hearing was when she was 2 years old. Bitch, you don't get it. That's got 90 upvotes, right? Right, that's got 90 upvotes. Because people think that it wasn't right for the government to try to make her go to a hearing when she was 2 years old. That's what people were thinking. Hey, how could she have done it? That's not the point, you fucking idiots. She had since she was 2 years old. You know what I mean? It's not like she had to go at 2. She's known since she was 2. She's known her whole life that she's fucking here illegally, and she didn't try to fucking fix it. I don't know, dude. And that's the problem, is these people think that they can just live here and they don't have to fix it ever. And then we're just gonna, well, the longer, they think that the longer they're here, the more likely that we'll just let it go. So it incentivizes them to hide in our country as long as possible, in hopes that they'll get an administration that'll let them stay here. I can't imagine doing that in any other country. As a passport holder that's been in another country and was overstaying my visa, I was scared, dude, when I went to the airport. And I had only overstayed like a week or something. And I was nervous that they were going to bring me to the side and start talking to me, and I might miss my flight or some shit again. Because that's why I overstayed. I missed my flight. Come back to America. And it wasn't like I can't even imagine going to another country and thinking that I'm just gonna hide out there until they let me stay forever. No other country would let that happen, especially for a white person. The civil rights movement really fucked it up for us, y'all. Us white people. It really did. We had a good thing going, you know? We really had a good thing going. Pre-1965, white people. And then we went and just fucking gave it all away. For what are we doing? What are we doing, man? We gave our power away, dude. What? Who does that? Do we really have to do that? Were they gonna revolt on us or something? It must have been that people were gonna revolt and they had to give them the rights, or like women and minorities were all just gonna just stop working. Something, man. And we were like, well, we gotta do something, man. These people, they want to be like us. They want to have all our rights. If we don't do it, they're gonna make our country go to shit. Possibly. But the thing is, dude, we really fucked up because now there's too many of them. Comparatively, if you look at America's demographics and where we were in the 1960s and where we are now, the minorities have fucking exploded here, dude. And because of that, so have our values in America. They're just fucking deteriorating. We didn't think that one through, did we? Let's just invite a bunch of other cultures into our country that don't align with our beliefs and incentivize them having shit tons of babies. Yeah, that should work out. You gotta stop it, man. You gotta stop it. Like, why don't we incentivize white people to have babies? We used to do that. You know, we used to actually do that. Kind of like how Germany did for the war. We were doing that shit too. You know that? We would give rewards to women for having more babies. I think France still does it, actually. But the thing is, they've changed it so that you don't have to be French now to get it or some shit. Like Germany, when they were doing it, they were making sure that you were German. Okay, they were making the German kids, you got to be purebred, Aryan German, whatever. And they incentivized the Germans to have Germans. You know. look at Germany. For how small Germany is, and with how much they were obliterated during the war, they're doing pretty fucking awesome, aren't they? They're one of the top GDP countries in the world. That's amazing. Same with Japan. Same with Japan. And guess what? Both countries, do they have many minorities? I don't think so. They're mostly their people. People say the strength in America is our diversity, right? That's our strength, huh? Right. I think our strength, our shared belief more than anything. Just like how Muslims in Iran all share the same belief, that makes them stronger, you know what I mean? If they don't, then they'll be fragmented. Well, that's what we're getting with all these fucking minorities coming from all these countries that don't believe in the things we believe in. They're fragmenting our country. That's not a fucking strength. Democrats, I seem to think it is. Damn it, I must have given him too much methimazole yesterday. His motherfucking pill splitter. God damn it, dude. This shit, man. Fuck, I'm so over this. I just want to pick the pill up, put it in the pocket, put it in his mouth, man. Fuck! Tedious bullshit. These are fucking laying wrong, man. shit. I mean, it'd be one thing if like doing all this made Simon actually healthy. It doesn't, dude. It just keeps him alive. He's still fucking barely hanging on. I got to struggle to get him to eat and shit. Imagine like giving him the medicine actually like it made life like giving the medicine it's like everything's normal. It doesn't do that. Hopefully this gets something to eat. Just put in a pill pocket in his mouth with pills. Because it's currently not looking easy. Come on, boy, you gotta eat. Come on. Come on, you gotta eat. Come on, eat. Come on. Come on. Try your hardest to hide from them pills, don't you, buddy? Oh, man. Why are you scratching your good ear? I didn't put the medicine in there. What's going on? Why are you scratching your ear like that? Simon, stop. God damn it. Stop fucking scratching your fucking ear, dude. Come on. Better? I just don't want him to scratch it, actually, like scratch the inside, it would make it worse. Whatever's going on there. Alright, that's done. That step's done. Check. Stop scratching the inside of your fucking ear. What are you doing, dude? Do you want me to get in there for you? Try to get in there for you, Woody. Let me see. Let me see. That better? A little bit. Little bit. Yeah. Oh my God, he's still scratching it. I don't know, Simon. Whatever. Just scratch it in there. I don't want to fucking see it. Go on. Look at this blood blister I gave myself yesterday. Isn't that crazy? Bop! It said bop. Dude, for a second I thought I did like ripped that piece of skin off. Yeah, baby. Dude, I swear, every time I take a dab, like first thing in the morning, people leave. They see me hit this dab pen. There's at least always one person in chat that's like, fuck this stoner asshole, I gotta go to work now. Fun. Thank you for your service. I mean that. Thank you for your service. Oh yeah, baby. Oh. Tuesday. Yo, should I actually have tacos today? I haven't had tacos in forever. I don't remember the last time I had tacos, actually. It might have been 2 years ago, actually. I don't know. Can you guys remember? Last time I had tacos? It was at least a year ago. I'm pretty sure I didn't have tacos all year last year. I can't remember getting them. Last time I remember getting tacos was holy moly. And I really don't remember. Damn, that was a long time ago. I would have had them on stream too. Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's just food got so expensive. Fast food, I guess, is what happened. I started feeling like I was getting robbed a little bit. That's what happened. I don't know what else it could have been. Because there for a while, I was getting tacos all the time. Maybe it also has to do with the stream, like the streaming's kind of dying out. Tacos are kind of like a celebratory thing. Having them is like a party. Get some beers, tacos, party time. Guess I just don't feel like partying. Same. Maybe it has to do with being in debt too, though. It doesn't feel the same, like eating out, being in debt, possibly too. Yeah, dude, I'm so close to it, dude. I'm so close. I'm so close. Let me see where I'm at. See, because I think I just made a payment yesterday. You see where I'm at on my loan right now, because it makes me feel better. Like, I get depressed and shit, but now lately I can look at how much I owe on the loan, and it makes me a little happier. two-factor authentication. Y'all ain't signing into my financial institutions unless you got my phone in your hand. Shit. I did that a long time ago. Dude, I was doing two-factor authentication before most people even knew about it because I was into crypto. Most people into crypto back in the day, like if you didn't have it, two-factor authentication, you're definitely risking losing your entire savings, crypto savings. And I think they were one of the first, that was like one of the first places I remember seeing it, two-factor authentication. It was for signing into Coinbase, I believe. But now, like, everybody's using it. It's all over the place. I owe $1,739.97 on my installment loan right now. My payoff balance is $1,741.33. Yeah, baby. Shit, it's right there. It's right there, dude. It's right there, man. Oh, only if you knew, Ted. Because, I mean, y'all don't have it nearly as bad as we do. Now that they've done that fast food minimum wage hike of like $20 an hour. And that doesn't include restaurant workers. So restaurant workers are able to get paid less than a fast food employee here in California. So yeah, fast food definitely went up in comparison here. So that's a good point, actually. I haven't looked at taco prices since the minimum wage hike. Actually, I haven't even looked at the prices. I wonder. Let me see what Holy Moly's tacos cost nowadays. Holy Moly, prices range from $2 to $5 for individual tacos. $5. 10 to 15 for bowls and burritos. Yeah, what? 10 to 15 for a fucking burrito? Yeah, that's increased. I feel like that's increased. That was probably max 10 back in the day. $15 for a burrito seems a little steep, unless that's like the bowl might be bigger. Popeyes fish enchilada tacos are $4. Wait. So, oh no, they're $1.99 Taco Tuesday now. Wait, I'm fairly certain they used to be dollar tacos, like not too long ago. Let me see something. Holy moly, $1 Taco Tuesdays. This is $1.19. $1.29. So somebody posted here in 4 years ago, they were $1.29 Taco Tuesdays, but did they increase that to $2? That was what I'm wondering. They did. Wait. No. They didn't. Okay, so I think that's the price. The $2 I think is the price for the fish taco, because it was always a little more. Oh no, it's the shrimp taco. This is saying the fish is $1.39, so it is 20 cents more. I mean, if that's the case, then it looks like Holy Moly did not increase. That's pretty awesome, actually. Today, ASAP. Start your order for pickup. I'm just like seeing what this says on it. Just a Taco Tuesday. Sada. Wait, no. Carne asada tacos $1.79, dude. Right now, and I clicked on Taco Tuesday. They did increase, dude, by like 50 cents each. Dude, holy shit. That's a lot increase. Interesting. The carne asada now costs more than the chicken taco and the El Pastor taco. I wonder if it's because current beef prices. I also don't know if this is some sort of online pricing, but it looks like it's directly through them. An asada fish taco, $1.89. Yeah, man, it seems like it's more than it used to be. Well, it definitely was, because people posted 4 years ago that it was $1.19 for the carne asada, so. Yeah, baby. Simon. Everybody eats the war meat right now, so you're just sitting there looking yourself. We have notification. Costco travel. They're trying to make me take a vacation. This is, I'm thinking like, you know, because I'm going to be over there near there. I need to go to the clinic today because it's Turk Tuesday also, and I get a vape pen cartridge for cheaper. Do a litter box, but I don't want to do it now. I gotta do 2 more litter boxes. I can't remember. I don't think I ever did Sawyer's yesterday, so maybe it'll actually have some poop in it this time. Lots of pee and poop and stuff we can sell in the open market.
An off-roading trip for the family of a California firefighter turns into a nightmare following a fiery crash in the Utah desert. Now, 2 of the firefighter's daughters are being treated at a hospital burn center as they begin their long road to recovery.
KTLA's Rick Chambers joining us live in Westminster with more on that. Rick?
Yeah, Sandra, these 2 young women are from Corona and Yucaipa, and as you mentioned, they were with family and friends on a group vacation. But about 5 days into it, their lives took an unexpected turn.
She's like a daughter. Like both girls,
He's talking about 15-year-old Brooklyn Mallet on the left there and 14-year-old Elena Pastorino on the right. Both severely burned this past week during an off-roading accident in Utah. Families from half a dozen SoCal fire agencies had gathered for their annual spring break camping trip.
We off-road in our side-by-sides, we ride dirt bikes, the reservoir is there, the terrain is amazing, beautiful. There's different terrains from sand dunes, rock climbing, beautiful desert landscapes, like something out of a movie that you would see.
But Thursday evening, after a long ride, one of the side-by-sides in a slow-moving caravan suddenly crashed.
There was a simple right and a left in the road that dropped down into a ravine, and he didn't see the turn because of the dust, slammed on the brakes. They went up on the side of the trail and then just tipped over onto its side.
Almost immediately, fire broke out.
Why?
The girls, harnessed in the back, struggled to get free.
Why did it catch on fire?
Her dad, Nick, who was driving, had to rescue Brooklyn.
Nick just reached back and was helping her, but the fuel was already on her.
Fuck.
So when he got that off, like, he burned his hands just getting her and singed his hair, and he threw her out of the top of the car onto the road.
Then used a fire extinguisher to put her out.
Is there a safety measure in place so it doesn't
We applied dressings, got her stable enough to when the helicopter landed, got her onto the, carried her up to the ambulance and got her in the back of the ambulance.
Elena just had her first surgery for second and third degree burns. Brooklyn has had 3 surgeries already and is intubated but conscious.
Damn.
Both, we understand, have a long recovery ahead,
Intubated,
but
bro.
are expected to survive.
Fuck. God damn.
And both of the teams tonight are at a Las Vegas.
Dude, I think intubated but conscious would be worse than intubated but unconscious. And having a hose and shit going down your throat and you have to be chilling like that. She must be super medicated.
Trauma Center. There are GoFundMe pages that have been set up for both of the families. If you'd like to contribute, I know it'd be appreciated. Go to our website.
God, our society's so weird with this GoFundMe shit, though. I don't know, dude. The GoFundMe shit is fucking weird, isn't it? I don't know, man. It's interesting where we're at in the world. Like that elderly dude that got like $100,000 or something for being a Lyft driver, right? Well, the dude said in the news interview that he was a Lyft driver to give him something to do. I don't know. So it's like it gave him something to do to like give back to the community, I guess, or something. Like he was still part of the. Maybe he just wanted to still be part of the rigmarole. I don't know. He wanted to still be part of the system. So it's like people just assume that because he's walking slow, like here's case in point, my Mexican neighbor, dude. He works his ass. He wants to work his ass off. He'll be. What's going on? Oh, shit said I went down. Or he'll come over here and do some weed eating or something that he's not getting paid for. And the whole time he's walking really slow, man. He's still living, he's still doing what he I don't know, dude, being giving back to the community and being a good neighbor and shit. The fact, like, people just assume that if you're old and working and walking slowly, that you need money so that you don't have to do that anymore. They're projecting on them. They think that when they get old, they're not going to want to do anything but sit around. Right? Because there are plenty of elderly people that don't go to work necessarily because they need it to pay the bills. They go to still be part of everything. To be able to talk to people, because if they sit at home, that's what they'll be doing. But now what's the guy gonna do? I mean, hopefully, here's the thing. Like, people think that like now he can travel or something. Well, not necessarily. The dude was walking really slow already. He might not even be safe to fly. For whatever reason, heart issues or whatever. So, but now he like, what if he just sits around the house and now starts deteriorating because he's not getting out and doing stuff anymore because he's got all this money and he, well, you know what would be hilarious is if he kept doing the lift and people were like, hey man, aren't you the guy that got all that money? He's like, yeah man, I didn't need the money. I like doing this. That'd be funny. I didn't ask for the money, y'all just gave it to me. Thank you though. Oh, Billy. I need to go. I'm gonna go do it. I always just dread going in there and seeing whether or not Sawyer has left like the entire bowl there or not. But he's been pretty hungry in the morning when I go in there. Lately, he's been actually going up into his cage on his own, completely. Like in the morning, I'll come right here. Sweet Bee will be right here, meowing, going crazy, hungry. But he wasn't even here. I walked in, and he was on top of the cat tree, waiting for me. And as soon as I opened the gate, he walked in here, and then turned around and waited for me to bring his food. But see, he's still not finishing all of it. I'm gonna do this and stir. And I heated this up. It's also a mixture of Sweet Pea's food and his, because he seems to always want to lick her bowl. But he left about 20 grams there. That's a quarter of a can. It needs those calories. He's a growing boy, man. Sweet Pea, what are you doing down there? Nothing really shows it better than McDonald's, man. Like if you look back at McDonald's and what you could get in 2000 and I think it was still happening in 2008 and 2009, maybe even 2010 still. I can't remember whenever they added the McDouble is when it started going downhill. That's when McDonald's started to take away their good deals. It was just the very beginning. It was very subtle. Remember what happened with that? Because originally you could get a double cheeseburger for $1. $1 double cheeseburgers. Don't ever forget, they were on the fucking dollar menu, dude. And that's what they were, double cheese burger. 2 pieces of cheese, 2 pieces of meat. But then they did the McDouble, and it was costing, and then that was $1, right? But then they took a piece of cheese off. There was only 1 piece of cheese for a McDouble, because it's not a double cheeseburger. And I was like, "Wait, motherfuckers." You know what I mean? I want that extra piece of cheese. So you have to pay like $1.29 or something for the double cheeseburger now at that point. I don't know what it is now. What does a double cheeseburger cost now? Over $2 probably. $1 a piece they were, man. Man, I used to live off those things. I would get like 4 or 5 of them. I wouldn't even get fries. I would just get all double cheeseburgers and a water, a cup of water. Or actually, I'd probably get a quart of beer, because at the time you could also get 2 quarts of Busch. I think it was at 7-Eleven or I think it was 7-Eleven. Could have been a different gas station, but it was 2 quarts for, dude, I think it was $2. It was either $2 or $3, but for some reason, I don't know. I wish I could find that. Maybe I can look it up, see if it was 2 or 3. But so that was the deal, man. There was also Bud Dry was out at the time, and it was really cheap. High Life was super decently priced back then too, especially here in California. So yeah, for $10, I could have 2 quarts of beer, domestic beer. We're not talking about Colt 45 or no shit like that. No, it's some decent beer, okay beer, and 5 to 6 double cheeseburgers, something like that. That's crazy. And dude, we were making at the time, like, I mean, it wasn't nothing to make $10, $12 an hour back then either. So that was less than an hour's work right there to have that. For a lot of people. Minimum wage at the time, I think in California was probably around, I don't know, what was it in mid-2000s? It was probably around 8 or something, maybe. I remember I'd already made $13 an hour around that time. And I was getting overtime. So yeah, that was like an hour's worth of work for me. To have all that. But now I think it would take people, would it still be an hour's worth of work? They're making $20 an hour. I don't know, it depends on how much a double cheeseburger is. I'd have to see the price of double cheeseburgers. And 2 quarts. Sawyer, I need you to eat this food, bro. Come here. Eat this one out, man. Good. Come here. Come here. It's so sweet. It's not, bro, really. It's okay. Sweet Pea's just being a little bitch. She'll be alright. Hey. Bro, you definitely aren't eating enough food, though. I don't know if I need to start giving him more. Because, he ate it, you know? But he's eating around the same amount of calories as Sweet Pea, which isn't really enough for him. So I don't know if I should. Maybe I should start giving him a little more in the afternoon or something. He feels like he's in good shape though. Like his body condition feels good. He's got some muscles. I hope I'm doing him right, man. I'm trying to do my best, dude. I'm trying to do my best. I'm a perfectionist with shit, and because of my blood. Our ancestors, our people, my ethnicity is known for being perfectionists. It's in our DNA. We're engineers, we're scientists, mathematicians. Are you still hungry? We're not known for being, what's the word? Caretakers, and I guess we're not known for being sweet, are we? Are we, Ted? Oh, we're not known for being sweet. I'm sorry. We're known for being, matter of fact about things. There are cultures that are known for being sweet, like Japanese people. And they're also known for being perfectionist as well. Aren't they? But who's known for being more perfectionist? Germans or Japanese? Sawyer, are you? Sawyer's acting like he's still hungry, man. He's just sniffing around the carpet, acting like he's looking for food. He feels like he's got good muscle tone, you know. Like I feel his hips right here. That's what I do. Sawyer, God damn it. You motherfuckers, what are you doing right now? Why? Like, this is my area right now, guys. You're in my way. Everybody wants to watch me do the litter box, I guess. Okay. This is an event, isn't it, Sweet Pea? Look at her up here. Dude. Sawyer getting the front row seat. He wants to. What he wants to do. He wants me to take this box out of here probably so he has that room to lay down. Look at how small his poops are. You got a little butthole, Sawyer. You're the same size as Sweet Pea, but her poops are twice as large as yours. transitioning into adult food early. I don't know, hopefully I'm doing the right thing. Yo, did you see that shit? Yo, did she just jumped off of my back as she jumped down there from there? She used the back of my neck as a secondary like jump spot. She barely pressed on it. That was interesting. You crazy, sweet pea. Boom. Oh, guys, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you for all the support as I was doing the litter box. It truly means the world to me. Oh, look, there's Shiloh. Shiloh's across the street, wandering around. Somebody's feeding her right there. Ain't doing nothing else for them, though. Poor fucking cats. I'm just saying, they're not giving them flea medication. I know they're not. I know it. I just know it. When did I lose everybody? What was I talking about when everybody was like, fuck this idiot? Anybody remember? That way I don't ever talk about that again. Until I'm dead. Then I'll talk about it. Only go back, man. What happened? The internet fucked everything up. What it did. Like that? Yeah, that sounds like a great deal, though. $3.25 for a steak burrito. Does sound like a good deal. But the 90s, though, minimum wage was what, like 5 something? So that would have almost been an hour's work, right? Or 3/4 of an hour's work. Didn't make doubles though, bro. Being that cheap still in the mid 2000s was crazy, dude. Actually, it was like the cheapest meal that it was possible to get warm, like to get a warm meal on the fly, with a ton of calories. Like it was substantial amount of calories, and it tasted good. Those things tasted delicious. The double cheeseburgers. This is where I lost everybody earlier talking about the double cheeseburger, wasn't it? Oh, dude, I didn't go to bed last night until like 1 o'clock in the morning. I know that I was playing with that dude super late. Yo, I got the Deadline blueprint last night though. What else? And oh, I got the Aphelion gun blueprint, man. Because I did a trade with that dude. I friended him. I think he might have other ones to trade too. I gave him 2 stock blueprints. Yeah, baby. That Aphelion blueprint is kind of hard to get, man, because I don't do Stella. It's a gold gun. And then we played with that other dude for a while. He was cool. Dude, I was pretty lit last night. Jeez. But my body processed it pretty well. You know, they say that I've done some research, Ted, on, because you know how I've been talking about how I think some people's bodies are built to better process alcohol, and therefore, like, using it won't affect them as much for like their liver and whatnot. It's actually true. It's actually fucking true, dude. That they're like, in a way that you can tell though if it's true or not for sure is getting getting all the, you have to be completely honest with your doctor apparently, you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, doc, hear me out. I drink a ton. Let's see if we're still alright though. Pretty sure that's the only way to know for sure. Because then they do the testing and they'll be able to tell if your body's like able to get rid of it efficiently or not. Really? So there's actually like a way to test whether or not a person has the ability to drink and not do as much damage as other people. I just looked, they still there. $11. Well, smaller. I think I stopped getting burritos, dude. I remember the video I made about the curry. The curry talkers or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was the last burrito I ever got because I saw that dude sweating in there, dude. I saw sweat. First I got the tacos, then I went to the next place to get a burrito because I'd always gotten a burrito there when I was younger. As he was like writing my ticket, I saw sweat dripping off his forehead. And I brought it up in the video. I was like, man, maybe I should microwave that burrito when I get home because that might have a bunch of his sweat chilling in it after it was cooked. Ever since then, I've like always thought, man, what is in that burrito? Which you can't really see inside of it like you can a taco. Not that he couldn't sweat in the taco all the same, but it's not encapsulated up in there, festering and growing bacteria like a petri dish. I'm paranoid, dude. Because it's the first time I'd ever seen a fast food worker sweat dripping off their forehead while they were helping me, and I'm thinking, dude, it's probably even hotter away from this window that he's at right now, so he's gonna walk in there and start sweating even more while he's bending over cooking the food. right? Simon, I see that you want to do this. We're not doing this, buddy. You want to eat some more, you can eat some more, but you can't come back there and harass the other cats. Yay! Yay! Yeah, come here, Nora. Yay! Good boy. Sweet. Alright, so you ate a decent amount right there, man. He was chomping. Sweet. Alright. Cool. I'm glad I almost put him up right there. I almost grabbed and put him up so I could go check to see what cats were outside. And that would have been a bunch of food that he didn't eat. Heck yeah. I'm stoked on that. He ate, man. You heard him. That was a good little... Yeah, baby. Alright. I do need to check back there, though. Yeah. There's at least 2 cats back there. I know it. I just know it. Got 3 cats. Penelope, Frank, and Fluff. And Penelope was like, I want to see. I gotta put Simon up to throw if I do that because I'll be distracted. Hold on. Oopsie. Frank doesn't try to walk in here right now. Hey, no. Come back. 1, 2, 3. Nah, good meow. Good yawn on me. You're so pretty. Hey, baby, so pretty. So fluffy, so pretty. These 2. Look at these 2. Penelope's getting more and more comfortable. She was like laying around there, and I was able to touch her before she took off and went behind the trash cans to get to her spot to eat. Get out of here, Fly. No. Alright, guys, see you in a second. I'm sorry, Penelope. I'm freaking Penelope out, dude. I'm sorry, baby girl. She's so much like Sweet Pea, huh? Sweet Pea's relative. I'm fairly certain. These are my outdoor cats, guys. As the crow calls. I had a counselor when I was younger that went to college with Jack Handy, and that crow just reminded me of a Jack Handy that I got autographed by him and stuff. I didn't pick it, but it was out of the calendar, and it said, "The crows seem to be calling his name. Thought call." And on the back, it said, "Get a life." And then he signed it, Jack. He wrote, "Get a life," and then he signed it, Jack Handy. I don't know where the fuck it's at, though. Remember Jack Handy? Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. It was on Saturday Night Live. I wish you'd stop jumping on top of the door, Sleepy. You're gonna hurt yourself, dude. Keep on doing that shit, baby. Okay, let's get on with the get on. I gotta hurry up so I can Simon out the closet. Simon out of the other room. should give her. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, I stop putting it with. So now, do that now. Since this food's touched it. Whole food. Come for that fancy feast. They come from all over, all around, from blocks away. Actually, tried trying to travel across that crazy busy street just for a little taste of the fancy fare. cats fed outdoors, 3 cats fed indoors. And Frank and Fluffy got some pets just in case nobody else pets them today. I think we're making progress with Penelope every day. It's unfortunate that I get right when she's probably going to be the most accepting. It might be right when I'm looking at moving and leaving her. I could be the human that's closest to Penelope, to all of them. I could be, I don't know. Sometimes, like oftentimes when I pet these cats, their fur comes out pretty easily. And that's kind of a sign that they haven't been being petted very much. Interesting how much cats yearn for human contact once they get used to it. It's not something that they're born with. They have to be trained at an early age to want it, but once they are shown that, they don't want it forever though. It can go away. A cat can read feral. They can go from stray to feral potentially if it's out for long enough without human contact. So my daily interactions with these cats makes them more adoptable to other people that they could come across in their ventures that start feeding them, and they're like, "Hey, little fella, oh my God, you're such a sweet cat. Oh my God, you're out from the streets. I gotta take you in." Like, I mean, but on the other side of that coin, them returning back to their feral state does make them less vulnerable on the streets. Double-edged sword. Is Simon eaten this morning? Please let this be less than half. It's more than half in there. Not bad though. I'll have to pick it up for bros. Isn't it interesting how those cats are back there like clockwork? The 3 of them. Usually the 3. Sometimes the gray kitten will be back there instead of Penelope. Sometimes the gray kitten will be back there in addition to those 3. So it's 10 o'clock to them right now, so I pushed it back further and further and further because I was feeding them at like 8 in the morning and on the side of the house over here for the longest. And then I figured why I stopped feeding them over there. I think I just got tired of setting the camera up in the window. got tired of obsessing over it, because that's what it was, dude. That's what it was. I got tired of obsessing over it. Because once I put the camera in the window, I don't want to fucking take it down. I want to see all day long. I got recorded VODs of just hours and hours of nothing there but a water bowl, just to see if any cats would come to the water bowl all day. I got a little obsessed with that cassette, like seeing what was on that camera. So I stopped doing it, even to feed them. How everything ended up in the backyard, though. Who was the first one? Let's come to the backyard of these three. I think it might have been Penelope. Penelope and Frank, I think. Oh no, it was Penelope and she would be coming with Pepe back in the day. Yeah, she would want to get fed with Pepe in the backyard. I mean, of course, it was Tux first. Tux was the one, he wouldn't leave the damn backyard. Shit, he lived back there. But yeah, Penelope is the first one of these that are eating back there, that was eating back there. That's because Pepe knew that Tux was living back there at one point, you know? So he felt like that was a safe environment in the backyard. He showed Penelope that it was safe. Penelope showed Frank that it was safe. And then they showed Fluffy that it was safe. Because Fluffy doesn't really have a tribe. And they didn't get along for a while. Now they've accepted her. They still don't hang out like Penelope and Frank do. Now that Pepe is gone. But they still tolerate her because she's the yard boss and can kick both their asses. Yeah, baby. You know what I forgot to do? Is make more ice for eggs in New York right now. That way, tomorrow I can have some eggs that peeled. So good. Yeah, how about that, man? So 6 cats fed. Sawyer still in his cage. Hopefully the next time. No, he's not. No, he's not. I got him to eat his food already. He's out of his cage. So we're all good. All cats. All cat duties are done except for picking up Simon's food. I'm giving him a couple more minutes. I think he's done though for now. Simon, you want some more? You don't want some more? Here, let me just try to freshen it up with a little bit of the juice. I guess I better can't be a chooser, can you, Simon? keep more. Wouldn't that twice that amount would have been ideal. He had like, God damn it, Simon. Alright, whatever, I'm putting it up now. It's going up. Fuck. I don't know if it's pain. I'm sorry if it's pain, but if it's just him being a fucking weirdo. Fuck you, cat. See, because Alex is pretty much a whole fucking can. I got 2 cans in the fridge now that look like that, but it's like half eaten. Gotta get him to eat yesterday's can first now, hopefully this afternoon. I heat it up and make it more palatable. Beef. God, beef. God, beef, bitch. That could have been a commercial. Got beef instead of got milk. Makes more sense, actually. It has a double meaning. Got milk never made fucking sense. Got milk. Get it. I don't fucking get it. Yeah. Iranian officials urge citizens to form a human chain around power plants. That's hilarious, dude. They're really trying to appeal to the Democrats of our country, aren't they? That's what they would do. That's probably their idea. That is such a good, peaceful idea. Oh my gosh. The gays probably came up with it. The gays are going to be like the first ones. The gay Iranians. They're going to have like the rainbow flags around the power plant. That's like a force field, you know. God sees that and he's like, oh. And he protects it. Simon says so. Simon says they do. That's a big enough bowl of spaghetti for breakfast. I don't fucking know. Maybe not. But that's insane that the government like wants their people to die. Hey, Allah Akbar, dude. They'll get the virgins and everything if they just go hang out. Do the female martyrs get shit? What do they get? Do they get versions too? Do they get male versions? Or do they just get fucked? I'm surprised they're not making them go stand outside of the. I mean, they're urging, but I mean, can't they actually tell them to do it? And if they don't do it, they get assassinated? I thought that's how bad Iran was. Your encoder is sending data faster than real time. Multiple seconds of video. Weak signal. The fuck? I don't get it. Why the microwaves give me a weak signal? Is my microwave shooting out microwaves into the air? What's really going on? So we got the uniformly heated now. Dude, the cumin really helps ground beef or spaghetti, I think. Do you use the cumin? Are you a cuminer? A believer? I don't even know what the heck it is really. A seed maybe? It's an urban parsley family. Warm, earthy, and nutty flavor with a pungent aroma. Smoky, slightly bitter, it says. seeds are more nutty, it says.
What's going on, man?
Cumin. Cumin.
Hey, good morning. So, Pursuit?
Pursuit's over.
I have long felt that Trump has been blowing an opportunity by not being mic'd at all times with a camera following him around to show off candid moments. Trump sat down with some kids for Easter and faced away from the camera with horrible audio. Listen to what I mean. The next Republican president has got to embrace efforts to record candid encounters like this. It only helps with likability. Nonetheless, despite the audio, he did create some viral moments. I've enhanced some of this audio with AI.
Did you say mine? Is that mine?
I'll stop.
Carolina, do you want to give Grandpa your picture? Lisa.
Caroline's the only one that doesn't want my autograph. There's no, there's zero. I would say Caroline has zero interest in my autograph. Oh, that's nice. I think I'm going to sign this. That way I say I drew it. Look, I drew it. Look what I did, everybody. If I would use the auto pen, he'd have an auto pen follow. You know, Joe Biden, he didn't sign. He was incapable of signing his name. So they'd follow him around with this big machine that owners call an auto pen. And he'd have the auto pen sign.
Was he really talking to this group of kids about Joe Biden's auto pen, dude? I really hope so.
Hand it to us, guys. Sign it with an auto pen. It's not too big, right? Better to sign. And it won't let me draw. They keep getting you're disturbing a great artist. You want to be an artist?
Well, now I want to be a football player.
We'll have to grow a little bit.
You got another one behind you. She loves your quick thing.
Hi, honey. Come here. Wow, did you do this probably yourself? That is good. They sign it. They sign it, and you'll sell it tonight on eBay. $25,000.
No. Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you very much. Good luck with the linebacker. But you're gonna have to do a lot of working out, right? Day or night, day and night. It's gotta become an obsession. Then you're gonna have to love hitting. You know. See the middle columns? Okay. See the up right above the middle column. The two columns. Now go up 1.5 feet to the. You see the broken piece of. You see it? It should be like that. This is the white. No, but you see what I'm saying? It's missing the file. 100 years ago,
So the Easter egg girl gave you more things to do.
No, but do you think anyone else would see that? See, I look at that, I say, that's imperfect. Make America great again, right? But see, now it's great. So I have to say, keep America.
Yeah.
Keep.
Oh, we brought the code. We got to do that.
These are not easy to sign. The next thing he's gonna do is bring over a golf ball. That's the hardest.
He does want you to sign spazzles right now.
And Donald Trump, you're the best president.
Thank you, honey, I agree. Is there an auto pen around, please? Does anybody have an auto pen?
What did that little kid say?
Donald Trump, you're the best president.
Thank you, honey, I agree.
He's John Trump, you're the best president. He said, I agree.
Is there an auto pen around, please? Does anybody have an auto pen? You know, Biden they used to follow him with an auto pen on the clock. Did you ever saw him? And he gave everything to the auto phone because he was incapable of signing, let alone running again.
Dude, if that was all real, they got it right. That's hilarious. Dude, I bet golf balls are hard to sign. And he's probably had to sign them too, being able to go to golf courses all the time.
Vice President J.D. Vance had a warning for Iran during his visits to Hungary this morning.
I've been hungry.
They've got to know we've got tools in our toolkit that we so far haven't decided to use. The President of the United States can decide to use them, and he will decide to use them if the Iranians don't change their course of conduct.
So the VP sent that message while on stage with the Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban. Vance is extending his support to the Prime Minister ahead of a pivotal election. Orban is facing his strongest challenge to date since he became Prime Minister 16 years ago, and polls show his opponent is leading with less than a week to go until the election. Now, moments ago, while giving
That means he
remarks,
was. The VP that means he was Prime Minister when I was there. I was there in 2012. Neat. Yeah, he was fairly new at the time then too, huh? Compared to now. Hungary was the first place I ever even heard of there being a kiosk at McDonald's where you didn't have to communicate with a human. You could just go through this machine. It's all touchscreen too. It was in Budapest. Weird that was where they started it. They didn't start in America though. I would have known about it already. Like I would have heard something about it by then.
Called President Trump on the phone. He says Viktor Orban has his full support.
He's right too, because a lot of Romanians actually feel like Hungary is their country. Like they feel like half of Hungary should be Romania. So they had to make Romanians stay the fuck out more than anybody. They're scamming Romanians.
Let's go live now to CBS News Intelligence.
You know, they had a Hungarian-Romanian war at one time.
Olivia Goggins. Olivia, can you
It's a pretty
talk
big
to
deal.
us about this election and the goal of the VP's visit today?
Sure. Well, Prime Minister Orban had locally appealed to President Trump to come in person. I guess he got him by phone in the end. But the vice president's trip is the highest level U.S. visit to Orban in nearly 2 decades. And he's the second senior American official after Secretary of State Marco Rubio to come to Budapest with this explicit aim of
Hey, they were in Budapest.
electoral standing. You heard the vice president today frame this relationship as one of moral cooperation, describing U.S.-Hungary ties as civilizational and saying it's a golden era in the relationship. And that is all stemming from the broader shift by the administration as was laid out by the National Security endorsed by Rubio at the Munich Security Conference in February, as this deliberate effort by the U.S. to deepen ties with nationalist, right-leaning leaders like Orban, like Robert Fico in Slovakia, who are hardline on immigration, skeptical of support for Ukraine, and much more accommodating toward Russia than most of the other countries in the EU. And there's also this obvious, very personal dimension here. Donald Trump and Viktor Orban have long been personally and politically aligned. Orban was the first European leader to back Trump's campaign in 2016. Now here Trump is very vocally returning the favor. But as you mentioned, it is far from clear that this effort is going to move the needle for Orban. Independent polls are showing that he's trailing by double digits. When we pressed him in Budapest just months ago on whether he would accept the defeat, he said that he had been an opposition leader almost as long as he's been prime minister, and that he's not afraid of losing. So we'll see what happens.
I want to ask about this because is there any concern that what's happening with Iran will overshadow the vice president's goal for this trip today, especially when you consider what the president posted on social media earlier?
Absolutely, and I think the vice president pressed much more on issues of the moment for Iran than on Hungarian politics. And that's stemming in part, of course, because of his potential role as an interlocutor in these still unrealized talks brokered by Pakistan, helped along in other ways by Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey. He mentioned receiving a text message from Steve that he held up but he didn't read. And you heard the vice president address the U.S. military strikes on Kari Island this morning. Here's what he said about those.
You about Kari Island, understanding, having talked to Pete and General Kane about this, is that we were going to strike some military targets on Kari Island. So the president's deadline has been followed by us and everybody else, and he said very clearly, we're not going to strike targets until the Iranians either make a proposal, we'll make a proposal, but he's given them until Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So I don't think the news in Kari Island it represents a change in strategy or represents any change for the President of the United States.
A little bit of a breakup in the feed there, but the vice president highlighting the continuity in U.S. strategy and appearing to preserve the possibility that Iran still comes to the table by the president's 8 o'clock deadline tonight.
All right, Olivia Gazis, thank you so much for your time.
Open the front door works every time.
The state of California says that if a doctor is involved with any more than even just a few hospices, it is a sign of potential fraud.
A CBS News investigation into hospices found an industry ripe for fraud, especially in California, where agencies were paid millions of taxpayer dollars for services never rendered.
Dude, CBS is reporting on this, dude. CBS is supposedly doing their own reporting on this now. Interesting.
Their lives. At the heart of the industry are doctors who are trusted to sign off on care. But in records for the active physicians caring for terminal patients, one stands out. A man whose name appeared on claims from 126 hospices and had 60% more in Medicare reimbursements than the next closest doctor.
Hey, guess what he is? Guess what he is? He's a fucking immigrant. His name is Rajiv Buhuva. Indian?
The last full year of available data. Yeah, my name is Adam Yamaguchi. I'm a correspondent with CBS News, and we're doing a story about hospice. Dr. Rajiv Buhuva. We're just trying to understand how often he's here. We wanted to find Dr. Buhuva to ask how he managed to work for so many different providers. So we followed a trail of hospice offices linked to him in Medicare claims across the LA basin.
My only comment is not every hospice is like that. There's people who really need the help, and we do provide the help.
Our information tells us that he billed Medicare upwards of $5 million as of the end of September of 2025.
So there's some sort of disconnect between what the records show and what they were telling us.
That disconnect only grew as we followed the federal data trail, which links Buva's name to $71 million in federal Medicare claims in 2024. We followed the money to another hospice where Buva's name was on bills for 66 patients in 1 month.
He was like, that's impossible. We couldn't possibly have that many patients at any given time. And he also told us that Dr. Buva no longer works there.
On average in California, a hospice doctor cares for about 140 patients a year. In 2024, claims with Buva's name were submitted for nearly 2,800 terminally ill patients. Fewer than 2% of them died, even though most people seek hospice because they are dying. State auditors call that kind of low death rate a sign of possible fraud.
There's no reason to think that that's legitimate.
Dr. Christina Newport has been in the hospice field for 18 years. There are a range of reasons why one physician might be identified in connection with the care of so many patients. One possibility, the doctor's identity was stolen and used to fraudulently bill the government.
Why would it be difficult for a doctor to work at dozens of hospices at any given time?
If someone is really effectively evaluating the plan of care for every patient that they admit to the hospice, which is their job and their responsibility, they would have a superhuman schedule to do that in a meaningful way.
We don't know exactly why Dr. Buva's name came up so much. It led us to another hospice nearby.
We understand that Dr. Rajiv Buva is the medical director here. We're just trying to get some information about it. He's not?
No. Was he at some point?
Yes.
But you're telling me he no longer is associated with you guys? Was he at some point?
CBS News found Buva's name tied to several hospices that lost their Medicare certification for what regulators call an abusive billing, a pattern of submitting improper claims. We reached out to him on the phone and email, but couldn't connect with him. With no sign of him at these offices, we headed to Dr. Buva's home address. I am parked right outside his house. Hopefully he will answer the door and answer some of my questions.
To do a pull-up at least.
Prepared. Dr. Buva came out, surprisingly spoke to me for about 20 or so minutes. He knew exactly who I was. He is very familiar with our reporting and immediately said, I don't know what else I can tell you. He said that being affiliated with dozens of hospices is not illegal. And I said, you're correct. There's nothing in the law that prevents someone from being affiliated with many. But again, it raises flags, and that's what I have questions about. Buva said he wanted to see our information. Until then, he wouldn't talk any further. I'm back at Dr. Buva's house, right here. We returned with our data.
Hi, Dr. Buva. This is Adam Yamaguchi again with CBS News. We were able to hear you through the door. Just want to give you every opportunity to speak with us before we publish. I've got a list here. Give him every opportunity. Rang 3 times, knocked once. Talked through the wall. Or the door, rather. Came with what he asked for. He's made his decision at the top.
He talked to his lawyer. In the meantime, I knew one of the top comments was going to be something about this dude's ripped ass muscles. 90% new reporting, 10% muscle. Super ripped. He's one of the most ripped newscasters I've ever seen, bro. Good to see CBS attempting real journalism for once. Thank you, Nick Shirley, for inspiring them. I mean, I don't want him. I think he might have, actually. That makes it official. many pull-ups can you do? I just did one just to make sure I could still do one. It's important.
The door's open, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing? You just want to hang out? Is that it? Amanda, 11:19. Go ahead on in there. Thanks all for hanging. Hope to see you again on the next one. Toodaloo. 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 Toodaloo.